What is going down, everyone? It's time for Mojobreak.com, the hype, and a lot of stuff to talk about. The NBA Finals just wrapped up, so, since 1973, the Knicks fans finally get the taste of a NBA Finals victory. So we'll discuss that. Jalen Brunson's cards, Cat's cards, all that's affected. And the World Cup's in full swing, so a lot of sales on that. And it's Disney Chrome Week, and we're going to have a special break over on Fanatics Live this Wednesday at 4:30 Pacific. So right around dinner time if you're on the West Coast, a little nooner if you're on the East Coast. We're going to be breaking with Emma Roberts and Cody John live from New York City, breaking the new 2026 Topps Disney Chrome, chasing those Hannah Montana autos, those Tim Allen autos, all kinds of crazy stuff that they added in. Zac Efron's on the sets. Sabrina Carpenter, I think, has her first cards. Jack Sparrow's in there. Big set that's releasing this Wednesday, along with Dynasty Baseball, the creme de la creme. I just saw a Shohei Ohtani from 2018 Dynasty sold, and it's the number to 10, sold for $200,000. So get in on this year's Dynasty with us, Emma Roberts, and Cody John, and that's on Fanatics Live. Hopefully, maybe we can have a link in the show notes here for you guys to get right on over there to grab your spots. We're also going to be giving away free packs of Disney Chrome every 30 minutes. So, I mean, it's like a $700 or $800 box that we're giving away at Fanatics in New York with Cody John and Emma Roberts. And I don't want to get too sentimental here, guys, but I just, over the weekend, with Alden Smith and Oliver Tree, sometimes life's just too short. So I hope you're out there doing things that you want to do in your life. And because you just never know. Things can happen quick. And, whether that's, buying that pack that you've always wanted or going for that career that you always wanted, life's short. Obviously Alden Smith had some off the field stuff, and 36 is too young. And, Oliver Tree I didn't know a whole lot about Oliver Tree, but I know he's from Santa Cruz, and, he went a little too early as well. So I don't know if you guys have anything to add on to that, but don't want to get too sentimental, but just two things over the weekend.
Yeah, it's crazy because you go back a couple of weeks ago and you had the Kyle Busch thing too.
Yeah,
I know you just brought it up a little bit. NBA Finals. It's crazy that De'Aaron Fox got the Finals MVP, even though their team lost. That's what happened, right? It was the same thing as Connor McDavid. Because you could make an argument that De'Aaron Fox was the most valuable New York Knick.
He was, and Sacramento fans are rejoicing at the trade after seeing that performance. They almost felt like a little bit of a Harrison Barnes.
They did have to watch their head coach win a final.
Didn't the Sacramento Kings, didn't they finish as the worst? Didn't they have the worst record in the league?
Yeah. And then you got to hear Mike Brown sing "Who Let the Dogs Out" on national TV.
They have a lot to rejoice over, but why was Dylan Harper not playing the full? Why is he coming off the bench?
I don't know. There was when you're blessed with Greg Popovich for how many years, you probably don't really think about the strategies that he did with far less talent. I mean, not taking anything away from Tim Duncan because he's top 10 of all time, but I feel like there's a lot more talent on that Spurs team this year than Popovich has ever had. As far as youth,
ton of talent. Clearly super fresh. But also, you're right. There were moments. I mean, the one you can point at is obviously the 29-point comeback where it was just so obvious. The coaching there was just so much. There was youth. The coaching let them down.
But do you know every single game in the first quarter, the Spurs had over a 10-point lead?
Yes, they had over a double-digit lead every single game. They just came out and they just.
I think without a doubt on paper. The Spurs are the more talented team.
Yeah.
But there is something to say about being a veteran and being savvy, because that's what the Knicks were. The Knicks had a bunch of veterans that did not let the situation or the game get too big.
Yeah.
And, the whole thing, a few years ago when they brought Brunson in, they really pushed the whole Villanova connection of all these guys played in college together. I know they had DiVincenzo at the time. They don't anymore, but that was a big thing of these guys all played together. They grew up together. They're familiar with each other. They're friends. And that I think the chemistry plays a huge part of it as well. So it all came together for what ends up being one of the great runs in NBA playoff history.
They lost one game in the playoffs.
Yes, well, after that, they were down 2-1 to the Hawks
in the very first series,
and then only lost one more.
They won
game.
13 games in a row. They went 14-1,
and even the one loss was what they lost. It was a tight game late, like they went down to the final minute and they were only down by like 3. So it was even that.
And maybe, and rarely do you see that work. Like you see the franchises of the Warriors that have won so many, and that was a lot of homegrown talent. Yes, they added Kevin Durant, they added some pieces, but the core was drafted, with Curry, Draymond, Clay, Kuminga, Harrison Barnes, these guys that, have moved on, but the core has always been there. This team for the Knicks was all free agents. So maybe you go back to that connection in college where they do know how to play with each other, because we've also seen teams that have built teams off of these free agents and it just didn't work. Look at all the teams Kevin Durant's bounced around.
I was going to say the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, you had Kyrie, James Harden, and Kevin Durant, and Ben Simmons,
and the Knicks one before them.
Yeah,
and the Knicks got one before them. Yeah, I immediately, of course, started looking at like now. Well, I don't know if you saw that stat of like there are 4 guards or 4 players in NBA history 6'3" or shorter that have won Finals MVP. Brunson, of course, being one of them. Steph Curry, Isaiah Thomas, Tony Parker. That's it. That's the list. Brunson's now in this like elite upper echelon of the sort of elite small guards in NBA history. I think you have to say it after winning a title like this and on such a dominant run for the Knicks. He's on another level.
I have a few points about the Knicks, but I wanted to get back into the cards, swing this back into the cards.
Yeah.
So if you look at the 18-19 rookie class, and obviously dominated by Luka still to this day, and obviously SGA's got 2 MVPs now and a title. So now you have Brunson now, who now has a title. If you're a person that's outside of this hobby, you would think that Luka should be the 3rd highest selling based on accolades, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think Luka still is going to be the highest selling rookie card out of that year. In the
grand scheme of things, maybe. I think in this moment, I think SGA is basically number 1. I would put him number 1. I'll throw this out there. I'll just show you. Let's just look at the recent sales. This was on the day of the win, June 13th. I'll start with this one. So it was an NT 2018 NT PSA 10 RPA number 10, sold May of 2024 when Brunson is a good player at this point. $7,000. On the day of the finals win, $70,000 for that card. 10x'd. Literally 10x'd on that card.
Luka, like $500,000.
You're right.
And remember, we pulled it with Grant Williams. We pulled the number to 10, and he was saying that he turned down $500,000 offers. I mean, haven't looked at that sales data in a while, but yeah, he's on the Mavericks here. All 3 of those guys are on different teams, which is wild to think about. You have SGA on the Clippers on his rookie year, and he's now on the Thunder. You have Brunson, who's now on the Knicks, and you have Luka, who's on the Lakers. So it's just crazy when you think about the hobby. There's that Luka has so much following and money already baked in that it doesn't drop because the guys that are holding the cards aren't willing to sell them for less than they paid. And he's already like built in, like his prices have already built in multiple finals, which he may or may never have. He may never have finals. May never get a victory. Might be the Mike Trout of basketball.
Yeah, I think that's I think that's a great, a perfect comparison because he's going to put up probably the best stats of all of these guys, right? Like I think by the end of their careers, if they all stay healthy.
I was going to say, I think health really comes into it.
If they stay healthy, we could be looking at, it's Luka's number 1.
I think Brunson and SGA, based on the position they play, I think they can play longer,
right?
And their body type.
Well, let me ask you guys. This is a good reel clip here, right here, to spur some conversation. And I'll get your guys' opinion on this. If you were given the opportunity that you had a Luka RPA, you had that card, and there's a guy that came in and he has 1 SGA RPA of the same numbering and 1 Brunson RPA of the same numbering, and he's like, I will give you these 2 guys for 1 Luka. Are you making the trade?
No.
Wow.
No.
I see. I think
no,
I might.
no. And this is why. No matter what Luka does, there's been so much money invested in him that I think.
So you're saying Luka's liquid?
Yeah, liquid. But I also, I think there's so much money tied up in Luka that the market will never allow it to tank. It's almost like Zion. Like, look at like Zion's prices still go for a ridiculous amount. There's nothing on the court that would tell you that those cards should be going for that much. So I think the safer bet is keeping the Luka.
What do you think, Cody?
Well, I mean, I kind of would take the 2, but now I'm like looking at I'll show you some of the data here. Number to 90.
You just heard what I said.
I heard what you said.
You're
And
all damn, Dan. That was a genius take.
and I looked up the numbers. And this is from March. So, things have changed, but it's kind of a general idea of like where his market's at. BGS 9.5, number to 99, true RPA of Luka NT, $120,000. So there's, again, the number to 10 Brunson at a PSA 10, essentially BGS 9.5, is still a good, 50K
So you
less.
actually may be able to get 2 of each RPA.
But there was
before
a world.
you get this.
There was a world, and I don't know what the market is now. I don't know how the market thinks about this, but there was a point where the number to 99 RPAs would
Sure.
outsell anything that was like lower numbered. Besides, obviously, like number to 5 or numbered 1 of 1, but people wanted the true number to 99 RPA.
They did over
True.
the 10s, but things have changed.
So
a
I
little
think
bit.
it has changed, and people are like, well, 10s there's less of them, less pop, so they should be worth more.
You can probably name your price at that point. You can't find as many of the there's 89 less of the 10s. But it's a wild conversation because if you think about it, like if I walked to. If there was the NBA All-Star game and I asked, randos, they would all probably say, give me the Brunson and SGA. I get 2 champions. One guy's a 2-time MVP and a champion. And now I have a champion for the mecca of basketball, the New York Madison Square Garden, the mecca. I think no doubt anybody without any knowledge of what Luka's market is would be like, give me the 2 guys.
I still think I go with the 2 guys. Mostly because I think Shea's market has gotten to a point where I think he's right there. I think he's basically at Luka's level, pretty close, if not neck and neck.
Well, how many NBA players have won 2 MVPs? Right. We start to get a shorter list of prospects of guys, right? And we're in year 7, so we're still 3 or 4 years in SGA's prime, I would say, at least. I mean, we're in the back end of the prime, but
I think once you get the second one, it's like the writers don't want to keep on giving it to the same guy over and over and over.
because Jokic is in that class too, right?
I have a feeling, SGA next year, he would have to put up like historic numbers, like by far the best offensive season out of any player ever.
Yeah.
Because they're probably going to be really looking to give it to new blood.
Yeah.
By the way, May 22nd, a SGA PSA 10 number to true RPA number to 99, 180K.
Okay.
So yeah, he's at Luka's level at this point. He's eclipsed him at this point.
But if you have one card, you only need to find one buyer who wants to get at.
True.
Wants to add that.
So if
card.
that's the case, then Brunson seems to be supremely undervalued. If you want to go with that theory,
I think there is
much
room.
time. How much is Brunson?
70. I mean, then again, the jump. I numbered to 10. At 70K.
What a time if we're just sitting here going $70,000 just undervalued.
It's crazy.
Just giving it away.
But he's clearly the face of the Knicks, right? But there's not a big drop off. Like I feel like Cat is right there as far as being a face, but I don't think Chet is right there being a face for the Thunder. So like it's a clear cut. That's why SGA keeps winning the MVPs.
Brunson is now on the Mount Rushmore of greatest Knicks ever to do it.
Yes. And this is the thing that he has a leg up on Shea and Luka. One, Luka now has to, because he didn't decide it, but like he's on the Lakers now. There's a long lineage there's a lot of Lakers to get ahead of before he's one of the 4 best Lakers, right? I think we can pretty much agree on that. He's got a long way to go, despite even if he has a Hall of Fame career. There's a distinct possibility.
Would you put LeBron up on?
Is he at that point?
Do you just look at it? Well,
I wouldn't.
But you go, okay, LeBron is on the Mount Rushmore of
basketball
basketball history, but not on the Mount Rushmore of Lakers.
No. I love Kobe, Magic,
Kareem.
Yep.
I mean, I might put Shaq over him.
Who's the guy that kept losing to the Celtics? Is that Jerry
West.
Jerry West.
There's a lot. It's tough. Jerry West might be. Yeah, it's tough. Like, do I leave Wilt
I know
and
they
Jerry
had Jerry
off?
Lucas too. I know it wasn't Jerry Lucas, but
Jerry West. Jerry West. I don't know if I'd put Shaq on it because I
right.
I think you got to put Shaq on there, dude.
I think Shaq. Shaq's most dominant years, I still
were the
believe
Lakers.
I think
No, he had a season. I think he almost averaged 20 rebounds a game. Like it was that one crazy season.
Remember, there was that period between when Shaq left where everyone went, "Oh yeah, Kobe can't win without Shaq."
Yeah,
he needed Shaq. Like
he didn't need Karl Malone or Gary Payton.
Okay.
Regardless, we just named.
So safe to say, Magic is on there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Magic and Kobe are the two that are
for sure.
In, period.
Kareem?
I think Kareem's probably the third.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the fourth is where it gets a little
iffy.
Yeah,
it gets a little iffy. And there might even be people who say, no, Kareem, I don't put on there.
I don't know if Luka
Fisher is on there.
Derek Fisher. Big Shot Bob.
Big Shot Bob.
A lot of role players.
James, Big Game James.
Rick Fox.
But what's crazy
actor?
What's crazy to think about, and not to get morbid again, but I started off the podcast that way. The Knicks won in 73. That was the last time they won a finals. Like, say there was a good segment of Knicks fans that were born in, like, let's say, like 68, that were 5 years old that didn't remember it. And they spent their whole lives, all the prime of their lives, and they may not even be here anymore. And the Knicks won. Yeah, that's how long of a freaking time it is if you think about it, right?
Well,
there was a generation of Knicks fans for 50 years, 53 years, right? 53 years. Am I doing the math correctly? 53 years.
It was 53.
53 years. They didn't see anything happen. They got close a couple times, but
we did that here in San Francisco.
We did
with the Giants.
We did.
There was a
52.
There was a full generation, multiple generations that have never seen the Giants win.
But the Giants weren't like the Knicks still remained a top 5 franchise, which is incredible to me. And I get it. It's the area, but the Warriors never were. Like the Run TMC was popular to us, but it wasn't like people in the New York, they may have known about Mullen Hardaway. It wasn't, they weren't a top 5 franchise
I'd
ever
argue the Giants stayed very relevant because they had the great players like Willie Mays.
Is New York truly a basketball city?
Yes. 100%. 100%. Think about it this way too. It's like, I know the Nets are there. I'm not ignoring you Nets fans, but like every sport, the fan base is divided. And I would bet you in New York proper, if you're a Mets fan, you're a Yankees fan, you're a Rangers fan, you're an Islanders fan, you are a Knicks fan.
It's probably similar to Dodgers and Angels, right? It's 80% Dodgers and 20% Angels.
Oh, yeah.
Like, same thing. Knicks, probably 80% Knicks, 20% New
I mean, I think Angels
Jersey.
are one of those teams where, and it's very similar to the Clippers, like when those teams are good, the fringe fans start showing up.
At least with the Angels, though, you have Orange County to lean back on.
I think you also kind of have that with, at least when the A's were Oakland. When they were having their big three and then Giambi and I felt that like you would see a lot more A's apparel around the Bay Area.
They did have
they had they had, I was a fringe A's fan at the age of 7 because of McGuire, Canseco, Ricky. I mean, they had that carrying on into the last days of the Coliseum. You could see the last days of the Coliseum. There was Ricky, people in their 50s and 60s that had really enjoyed that time, that kept their legacy going, but wasn't enough to keep them in Oakland. The Brooklyn Nets, by the way, have never won an NBA championship.
Yeah. And look, yeah, they're the thing you do when the Knicks aren't playing. Like that's what they are. Like in New York, like
or when they play in New York, you're going and see an away game.
Why
right?
They should just stay in New Jersey, whatever. But I think,
but you have like L.A. like as a prime example. Like, like do you need the second? Like, you have the Angels and you have the Clippers and you have the Chargers.
Do you need all those teams?
The
Angels, the Angels are in Anaheim.
It's obviously a Rams town. I don't know what the Chargers are doing.
I still don't count the Angels. They're in Anaheim. They're Orange County's team. Like that's fine. Orange County's got a lot of people there.
Then you have the Ducks Kings.
Yeah,
like,
but that's an Anaheim thing. Yeah.
I don't think going to LA a fair amount and watching like Rams games. I don't think I've ever talked to somebody who is a Ducks fan.
Well,
right?
Like they're Kings fans.
Go to I don't know. Trying to think. I'm trying to name an Orange County.
Go to Disney Hollywood sometimes. And they have Disney California. They have a duck section.
I'm trying to think of a city in the Orange County area.
The only thing I know about
I don't know. Go to Irvine or something and talk to the folks there.
At the airport. There's a Ducks bar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Been there many times.
Yep. So.
Been there many times.
I will say one last thing on Brunson. That thing that he has over, like we said with Luka, like all those names we mentioned. There's like 15 names above him he has to get past to be in like the conversation for greatest Laker, right? Like. Jalen Brunson right now is locked in as one of the great Knicks in team history.
Patrick Ewing, Allen Houston.
I would say
John Starks.
Patrick Ewing, and then Jalen Brunson.
And Willis Reed won the championship.
Willis Reed. Sure. Walt
Frazier? Walt?
Well, no. Clyde. Yeah.
Clyde, Walt.
Sorry, Knicks fans who are screaming at us right now.
Latrell Sprewell.
Yes, Clyde Frazier. Thank you.
Clyde Frazier.
But
it's Walt Clyde.
Walt Clyde Frazier, but
so I had it right in the first place.
You read it right. I know. I was getting confused. But I think he's like number 2, number 3, maybe. He brought the title. It's like the way that I think like Cubs players from the 2016 team will be.
Okay. Jalen Brunson, Patrick Ewing, Timothy Chalamet.
Yes, actually, you're correct. Ben Stiller. That's the Mount Rushmore.
That's the Mount Rushmore.
Adam Sandler.
Spike Lee. Spike Lee probably.
Actually, no. Spike. Yeah, no. Spike is there.
But did anybody get more camera time in this finals than Timothy Chalamet?
No.
Well, I was surprised to see Taylor Swift there.
Swift, who
she had
like adopted New York.
She had like some shirt that said Stevie Nicks.
Yes, and she was with.
They all had a play.
Yeah, the sisters from the Haim sisters from that band, and they all So, yeah. So he's got that going for him. Which no matter what happens, he'll be in that conversation. And if he wins another one, then now we're just locked in. Where this guy is. The legend of New York basketball.
Before we wrap this up and we move on, are we selling him right now? I feel like I'm not a Knicks guy. I feel like right now I'm going to cash out while I know I can. I mean, there may be a storied career. There may be another finals. They've got a good squad. There may be more, but I don't think I can wait on that. I think I got to cash out personally.
I give them a lot of credit. They put in the work and they got it done. I think that last game, Karl Anthony Towns fouled out. I think he had 2 points.
Yeah.
Like they won that clinching game with Karl Anthony Towns getting 2 points.
It's crazy.
I mean, you saw that. I think I saw it. It was like 45 points for Brunson, 49 for the rest of the team.
Well, you know what's kind of crazy if you think about it? We matched the Luka, right? We talk about Luka as the guy. Well, there was the guys that were probably buying Luka and breaks that had Brunson cards. What if they held on to him?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he was obviously on the Mavericks in 18-19. It's crazy to think that Luka and the Mavericks have neither of them.
And Luka was starting, obviously. I don't know if Brunson, his rookie year, was even starting.
Well, even when he got picked up, remember, by the Knicks, it was like, he had a great second half and a great playoff run, but like, there was a risk. It was like, he's his dad works for the team. So it's like, okay, like, he had a great playoff run, but like, do we think this is really going to work where he's the face of the Knicks? Like, it seemed a little nuts at the time. I
think the consensus was, wow, did the Knicks just get fleeced on a free agent deal?
Yeah, it felt like same old Knicks.
They just went out
Finally worked.
They just paid top tier star money for a good rotational bench player. And I think that was the consensus.
Yeah.
But anybody who was thinking that, you've been proved wrong.
By the way, his Brunson, just to again where his market's at, on March 18th of this year, you could get a PSA 10 silver rookie Brunson, Prism silver rookie Brunson for $342. On June 7th, $2,150. So even in May, you could still get it for under $500. Now, basically a $2,000 card.
Dude, there could have been a world that we lived in that, and I know they wouldn't probably be able to play at the same time, but you could have had Brunson, Luka, and Cooper Flag, right? If you're the Mavericks, I mean, granted, you probably wouldn't have gotten Cooper Flag if you would have had Brunson and Luka, in 2020.
Would you have had Kyrie?
Well, I guess you could have
potentially
had
Kyrie. Yeah.
But you probably wouldn't have got the lottery pick to get Cooper Flag at that point unless there was a lot of injuries. But
probably wouldn't have had Clay.
Probably wouldn't have Clay.
No,
probably wouldn't. They probably would be like,
"Yeah,
it's a good thing we don't have Clay."
We're talking about Kings fans. Boy, you're so upset by this final. You're right. Actually, the ones who should be the most upset are the Dallas Mavericks, who were like, we had
Anthony Davis.
We had generational talent. Now he's in Washington, so he's not even there. So
that's right, and
they're all gone.
And I forget how long I've been doing this. He was literally a 12-13 rookie.
Yeah.
So here we're going on year 13 of 14 of Anthony Davis, the unibrow. I mean, it's a long. He's at the tail end, right? He's got to be at the tail end.
Well,
of the career.
it's also like Karl Anthony Towns, not a spring chicken either.
No. 14, 15.
14, 15.
Yeah. All these guys are like in
maybe
their
15,
late
16.
20s, early
16.
30s. Like all those guys that make up that roster are all guys who are like, it's got to be now. And they did it. So good for them. Enjoy New York.
Yeah, I mean, crazy stuff that's going on. Let's talk a little bit more. I got a few more minutes here before I head out, and these guys are going to continue the podcast. We've got some big releases this week. Of course, we've got the Topps Chrome Disney, which is, you got to check out the checklist. It's pretty loaded. Dynasty Baseball, Cosmic Chrome Football, 2025 Topps Inception Baseball, and Cactus Jack Basketball. Lots of releases. And
Donruss Elite Baseball.
I Sports Card Nonsense had a clip that I saw. Mike and Jesse were talking about, like, we're already starting to see some of these prices dip a lot, on the wax, because they're high. I mean, they need to come down a little bit for these for the average Joe getting in breaks, the average Joe buying hobby boxes. I mean, $900 on a Cosmic Chrome basketball box without an auto guarantee is insane. Do we think that was just like a little bit of a time where maybe these releases didn't do good, and we're going to see Dynasty, Cosmic Chrome Football, and Inception Baseball really perform?
Man, we are at the point now where, like, we're not going to see a lot of boxes that are going to be under $400.
No.
Or it's like almost like the entry level it seems like it's even going up. Like Series 2 for a jumbo box, I think, is pushing $300, right?
Yeah. We were talking about, I think, Topps Chrome Platinum Anniversary.
It wasn't that long ago where a jumbo box of flagship was $120.
Right.
It's crazy.
Last week, I think, Platinum Anniversary, which was kind of released as like it's like $125 set per hobby box, where you're getting some nice chrome, but like, it's a lower, and maybe you get an auto here and there. And even this year's set, I think it went up to $250 without the guarantee. I don't think Kurt's rookies, like, it's a 25 product, so Kurtz doesn't sign, Wood doesn't. There's a few big rookies who are not signing in it.
Yep.
And the price went up pretty significantly. So I would love to see this slow down a little bit, because it is getting to the point
I know the manufacturer is selling out. I mean, we see these EQLs. Right. The demand still seems like it's there on the manufacturer's end. But I guess I want to know, like, we still move through this product, maybe not at the clip that we could. I want to know, our shop still moving like Inception boxes, Series 2 boxes? Some of these products that, have just came out, are there still demand in the shop? I don't have that data. This is all hypotheticals, but it's interesting to see. I see a lot of chatter on the social media about the prices, but obviously those are the majority that can't afford it, or they just want to complain all the time. So it could be misguided on some of the opinions I'm hearing, because the guys that are hitting like these $10,000-$20,000 cards, they're not complaining about the box prices, but we don't see that. We don't see somebody say, I love that I paid $700 for this box and I got a $10,000 car. We don't see that as much as we see like, I wish I could afford it, or it's priced me out, or I used to buy a box for my son at $100 and now it's $500. I can't get into this hobby anymore.
Even before Fanatics took over, though, we on social media you would see that same narrative, and that like even when boxes were going up by 20%,
yeah,
it was like, oh, I'm getting priced out. So I think we're always going to see that.
Yeah, I mean,
that
same thing with
complaint.
gas prices, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I heard that they're going to drop today, but we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see if that'll happen or not.
Yeah,
But
that's the thing. Is like you're right.
They always
If
seem to go up a lot faster than when they come down.
Yeah,
like
you-
they don't.
you
see,
notice that?
You don't see the like the increase. You see like at a rapid pace. And
see-
then
you see 'em changing the numbers.
Then the decrease. You just don't. There's not like a real sense of urgency
Well,
when it comes to lowering the price.
and this is just a hypothetical, and we're getting off topic here, but it makes me wonder because I was thinking about it today. I'm like, does it always lower in the summer? Because you're thinking school's out, people are planning family trips, like maybe one of the
no,
biggest
it
hurdles.
goes higher.
I was
in
gonna say
summer.
usually the opposite.
It does it? Because I was
Yeah.
gonna say like, they're like, all right, well, we want we want people to go spend money in tourism and stuff in the summer because the weather's nice. People are gonna be outside. They want to go to festivals. Want to go to the go to Hawaii and all these trips and stuff, but like the price of gas could be like the deterrent. So it's like if we make people feel better about like, oh, we're gonna lower the prices a little bit on gas in the summer, and then we raise it in the winter because we know people aren't really traveling too much in the winter, so we'll raise it in the winter.
It's the opposite approach. I think at least in past years, it was like exactly that. People are going to drive more in the summer. So you're going to see an increase in gas prices. But they're
Supply and demand.
They're not going to drive as much in the winter, so you see a decrease
Right.
during the winter. But look, we just all right now. It doesn't really matter what season we're in. We're just seeing a pretty steady increase.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Real quick on the boxes, but
Now let's talk more about gas.
Talk more
that's,
about
what,
gas.
that's what people are here for.
But again, I think we've said this on the podcast before. It's like, look, there, of course, like I don't like that there's boxes that are going up where I'm like, boy, this was $100 box 3 years ago and now it's 300 and nothing's really changed. And in some cases,
If anything,
there's
you get
less stuff.
less content.
That's upsetting and it's bad. But until these boxes stop selling out, instantly on these websites,
Yep.
then it's not going to change. It's just not. So you got it. It's as simple as that. I think I'm sorry if it's a broken record. We're talking like a broken record, but like, unless we start talking with our wallets and go, you know what? No, I'm not paying $400 for a box where I'm now getting one less auto and, one less parallel in the box than I was 2 years ago when it was half the price.
Speaking of records, did you get a chance to check out those blind wrapped record toys that you were talking about last podcast?
Oh yeah, I've got a lot of them.
Sweet.
Now we got a nice collection.
Yeah, I'm starting to get dupes now.
So have you played any of the?
Yeah, they play for like 48 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, so it's
So
hit clip.
on both sides.
No, I don't know. I didn't flip it over. It played.
Ooh, that would be cool if you had a little secret B side.
Yeah, maybe I got to try that. So
Or another 48 seconds of the.
I think
The next 48 seconds.
my kids'
No,
attention
backwards.
I think my kids are already.
Pink Floyd
I think they're
style.
already over it. I think it's now moved to where my vinyl is. So I have the vinyl next to my mini vinyl now. So
That's fun.
it's just to get it off. The wife was like, "We got to get this off the counter." It's there's a lot of stuff
But
here.
and then we don't have to talk about this anymore. Are the records actual vinyl or are they like plastic?
I'll bring some in for you. They seem like they could be vinyl.
Pretty excited.
Yeah.
I actually got my wife was telling me something about. She's like, "Are you guys selling these?" Blind wrap toy, but it's like you open it up and it's like a blob. And I guess there's
I
something.
already know what this is.
I don't.
What are they called? They're like a big TikTok sensation.
It is, and she's like, "Oh, you guys selling these?" And I'm like,
Oh, Nitos?
Neatos.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, not Neatos.
Not Neatos.
Dumplings?
Dumplings.
Okay.
yeah.
Dumplings. She
Okay,
said
that's new.
dumplings, and I was like, I love dumplings, but I
Do
don't
love
think
them.
of
No, my
like,
my
they're delicious.
My daughters do buy those, but yeah, there's a big craze with that. I mean, like we
So
go,
is it-
we go to a couple stores and they're either sold out or they're limiting one.
So you open it up. Is it like jelly?
Yeah,
Is
it's all
there-
sensory.
But is there something in there?
No.
So it's just a blob.
Yes.
It's like like Nickelodeon gack or whatever back in the day.
Slime, gas.
Yeah,
slime.
it's just they like to. It's like I think we went back in time. Like you think with all this technology, there would be past like the most basic toys of like that you could ever make, and that's what's popular. Is they have this like stick of butter that's like it's not real butter. It's like a squishy, and they like to like squish the butter. And we're talking about like 10, 12, 13, 14-year-old kids that love this stuff.
We're going back in time. We're going to go back to the greatest toy ever, the Pet Rock.
The Pet Rock.
Pet Rock.
We're so close to Pet Rock.
We're
again.
so close to the Pet Rock.
Yeah. Ball on a stick.
Ball on a
coming
stick.
back.
Actually, it's a
Lincoln
good
Logs.
point. Technology gets so good that you're just like, I want to get my mind blown by something innovative like
I just want to feel. I want to touch something because all I do is maybe it's that. Maybe it's like all I do is I stare at my screen and I'm swiping and whatever. I want to feel. I want that. I need it.
So
and they have like rares and stuff too. Like you can get the sparkly dumpling version, and it's 1 out of every 10.
Look, to tie it into what we do, it's why I think there's a huge uptick in sports cards and collectibles over the last couple of years, because I think people are like, I'm so tired of just everything's digital and everything's like.
I think we're just training kids to gamble. Like I felt like 20 years ago we did that with Dave and Buster's. We showed children like there's this casino.
Yeah, they're casinos.
And now it's just everything that you consume is some type of blind wrapped surprise chance of getting something that is more valuable than the item that you purchased.
Did you guys happen to see, kind of speaking back to, I was going to make a point about the, having something physical, like the Knicks for the finals games gave everybody who came, I don't know if it was everybody, but it looked like most everybody who came in, you got a physical ticket when you walked through the door. You got a physical ticket inside of a top loader. So clearly they understand, like, yeah, people like they want proof that like I was here. It's a collectible on top of it.
I seen that actually last night. Army ATC, he does a lot of hobby stuff. Shout out to him. He was very active last night. The UFC gave a ticket for that event, and it was in a magnetic, like almost the old school one that has like. I couldn't tell because there's a picture. You know how they have like the 4 corners? They have like it wasn't a screw, but it was like something that kept it in between 2 slabs, and it was like given to. I don't know if everybody got one, but he said as he was walking out, they gave it to him, and it was a ticket.
Did they do that for the Super Bowl? I don't know if we talked about that. They didn't.
So,
it's been digital for a while.
We had the lanyards, but we didn't have any.
Not the ticket.
Last Super Bowl you got the lanyard, digital ticket. The first Super Bowl I went to, which is the Rams Bengals, your ticket, they also released an NFT, and that was like during the NFT craze. And those were selling for a couple $100. They're probably worth $0 now because I think we have moved on from the NFTs.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm sure part of the calculus of like why did we stop printing them is because I'm sure they're printing more tickets than they use for all these games.
Everybody has their phone. Like your
ticket, ease of it.
Your ticket is your phone,
right?
Like,
and before I let you guys go, but there is something that's called like we're in the digital age of sports. Like, I tailgate at my house a lot of the times, and I have anxiety about my phone dying now, which I wouldn't have to worry about in the past, right? Because I'm like, oh God, I'm at 20%. Like I need my ticket. Like I can't, maybe it's like a 1:00 game and I'm hosting, I'm playing music on my phone, like for everybody that's around, or I'm checking my fantasy lineups. And then I get to the point where I'm like, okay, it's an hour before game time. I'm at 20%. I'm like, I might not be able to the anxiety starts to set in because that's my ticket.
Could you go to because this is always what I said, like, oh, if you've lost your ticket or something, just go to the box office. They have just tell them, here's what your seat is. It's usually worked for me. Sometimes they're
going to be like, it's on your phone.
All right. Well, you know what? I wanted to get Doug's thought on this, but Dan, now I'll get your thoughts on this.
Great.
I'll just show you because 2026 Topps Chrome Disney releases this week. We'll be ripping it.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
With Em and Cody.
I love how Doug left during
the Disney conversation.
Of course.
Well, look.
I was complaining yesterday. I was talking about how I got back from Disney a couple weeks ago. I was complaining about the pretzel and the churro again. Super overrated.
There at Disney.
At Disney.
100% agree that the churro is
Everybody
overrated.
talks about the churro. I would say that There's better churros at the San Jose Giants.
Well, you don't need to tell me twice. I was preaching that. I'm like, and you know what? So I did a little taste test last time I went there with the idea of like, I'm sure it'll still be good. And it was good. It was still a tasty, sweet treat. But like,
well, it's hard to mess up a churro.
Right. But what blew me away was just how much more superior the San Jose Giants
100%
is. I was 100%. Shocked. Like, oh boy, we don't know. Like, we have it so good. We are spoiled.
I think the churros at Disneyland are your run-of-the-mill, standard fare churro.
Now, did you try because I will argue the pretzel. Specifically, there's a cream cheese filled pretzel.
See,
that's got some cinnamon sugar stuff on it. It's very good.
Getting one, I was like, I want to know what the fuss is about. And I felt if I didn't get the standard regular one, I'd be like, oh, well, this isn't a good comparison.
It's
so
just shaped like Mickey Mouse.
wanted my socks to be knocked off by the original pretzel and churro. I got both of them.
Yeah.
It was carb loading. And yeah, nothing crazy.
Next time,
just
corn dog. I will always say the corn dog.
The corn dog at Disney.
Yeah, it's good. There's a red wagon on Main Street. The line now, it used to be people didn't know about this. The line was usually short. People have caught on. The line now is long, but it is like the dog itself is good. And it's a nice thick dog, and yet I'd still say it's about 80% batter, 20% dog.
It's like
huge.
It's like a hot dog wrapped in a McDonald's pancake.
Delicious though.
It's just probably
so
filled
delicious
with sugar and
so delicious.
Okay,
the best.
Getting back to Disney.
So Disney Chrome comes out this week, and it should be a big hit.
Nothing to do with the Disney churro, but
No, not like the Disneyland set, which did include the churro, the one of one pulled.
Didn't we?
Under this roof.
We pulled it. We pulled the 1-of-1 Superfractor churro.
Yeah.
Actually got me. And again, I was like, what's all the hype?
Yeah. It's fine. Give me a Dole Whip. Give me a corn dog over that stuff.
So Dole Whip now seems to be available everywhere. Before, it was only available at Disneyland.
It was like a very specific, it was only Disneyland. Now you can get it more places, but the thing with the Disneyland one is you get it straight from the soft serve and like, and so you get it with the pineapple
You would
juice.
say a Dole Whip at Disneyland far superior than a Dole Whip at any other establishment that has a Dole Whip.
As long as they can serve it soft serve with the pineapple juice, I'm in.
I still think that like it's a psychological thing that people go there and they're just like, I'm so happy I'm at Disney that this churro is amazing.
That's what it is.
I'm at Disney while eating this churro.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely. There's a lot of that of like
really great food review.
Yeah.
It's based on the review of your feelings.
The cookie is very good too in California Adventure. Under the Incredibles roller coaster.
I do love cookies.
The cookie's really good.
I do love. I love all cookies. It doesn't. Yeah, I'm not. You're probably right.
We need to bring more. Yeah. So look, if you want those sweet treats, I think there might be still some Disneyland stuff. But I wanted to point this out because I saw this. This was on Slabstock's social media page the other day, and it shocked me. This is a 2023 from the Disney 100 set, Chrome, red and black waves. I don't even know if this is like numbered. Look, it's not numbered to 5. It's numbered to 24 or something like that.
Okay.
Sold September of 2024. This is the character Judy Hopps from the Zootopia movies, if you're familiar with the Zootopia series of movies. $145, PSA 10, back in September. A week ago, $6,000 for the exact same card. That is, I have a few explanations, but they still don't really explain.
What's that? Judy Hopps?
Judy Hopps from the Zootopia films.
Have a big game or?
She had a big game.
Big movie?
Yeah, she dropped 50 points on the Spurs in game 3.
What could possibly happen? Like, was there a new Zootopia that's coming out?
There was Zootopia 2 last year, but that was last year.
You're again. like Doug leaves, you're talking to the wrong guy.
I know, but I'm trying. Like again, and even I'm like, here are the
I don't even know
explanations.
is Zootopia even a popular movie?
Very popular. Very.
Would you say it's Mount Rushmore of Disney movies?
For a certain young generation, yes.
Interesting.
For a certain demo,
Who's the main character?
Judy.
No,
Like who plays the main
the
character?
voice. When I say main character, I don't. Yeah, I
Sure. What's her name? She was in that that fairy tale show on ABC for a while. Jennifer Goodwin, that's her name. She's not in a ton of other stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Jason Bateman's the fox.
Oh, Jason Bateman.
Yeah, Jason Bateman, Arrested Development. He's the
legend.
fox.
I actually was watching now that I have a little one, I feel like I have to start diving into some of these movies.
Sure.
I'm like it or not, I think I'm going to probably get forced into it at some point. So I'm like, I might as well just brush up and figure out which ones are
good.
entertaining. Old one. Not old, I guess. The B movie?
So I just
a B Life.
I've never seen B movie. Jerry Seinfeld.
Yes. Tons of actors. Chris Rock, Patrick Warburton, like just a million people are in that.
Yeah.
I was like, I like this.
Yeah.
I like this.
It was like a little past my generation where I'm like, I'm not watching these anymore. So, and now I am like, okay, what else do I have to show the kids? And so that one has come up on our radar.
Is it
it's literally called B movie.
It's called B's Life or it's called a B movie. A B movie.
B movie. Yeah. And trust me, if you talk to a certain generation, which we have
Is that
a
Disney?
few. It is not. It's DreamWorks, I think.
DreamWorks. Oh.
Yeah.
I also need to get this through my head that not all animated movies are Disney.
That's like when I growing up and like my grandma's like, "Are you playing a Nintendo?"
Yes.
And every video game is a Nintendo.
Are you playing on the Nintendo?
Doesn't matter if it's PlayStation, Sega. It's like, no, it's a Nintendo.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know this. I know there's many of studios that make animated movies, but I can't just assume that all of them are Disney.
Yeah. So the one other thing with this, and I think it speaks to like, because we talk a lot about international markets with cards and like, oh, you know, why basketball does so well and all that. This property too, the Zootopia movies, is insanely popular in China, in Japan. It's really, really popular in those countries. They have a whole Zootopia land in, I think, the Chinese part, in the Shanghai park. So, and the movie in China, I think, is like the highest grossing American movie of all time.
On their Mount Rushmore.
It's on their Mount Rushmore, 100% of Disney movies. So I think there's just something to consider when you look at these Disney cards of like, because we always have the conversation like how like, aren't people going to get tired of these characters? Aren't people like, where is the ceiling? Where's the market for this stuff? Like, if you're just going to, like, how many Mickeys can you have? But you can kind of have a second life of like, again, if in international markets these movies do well, if there's like a sequel that comes out, like I think about how there's a new Toy Story this week, and like maybe a lot of people are like, oh, I'm looking at those Woody
come
cards.
out yet?
Has not. Comes out this Friday.
I figured it had been out for like a week. I've seen so much stuff on
a lot of commercials. They've been really pushing it.
I'm watching a lot of sports. A lot of commercials. Is there a AT&T collaboration or some kind of cell phone provider that is doing a collaboration with Toy Story?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, look, it's summer movie season.
I saw our boy Jared from Bluzz on a eBay Live commercial.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you saw that.
I did not.
During the Stanley Cup Finals.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, is that via like what? Because what do you have? You have like a YouTube TV, a Hulu? Direct TV.
I have Direct TV satellite dish. I'm not ready to completely unplug. I also have YouTube TV, and I have every single streaming service possible. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But I was watching regular. I think it was on ABC.
Yeah.
I think NHL Stanley Cup Finals were on ABC.
Because I know with like new advertising, like they, especially with streaming, they will curate it a little more of like, it'll take even like your internet. That seems a little different.
This is broadcasting over the satellites.
Yeah, that's different. Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
So it was good to see Jared
Yeah. On the eBay Live. So
on the
yeah.
eBay Live.
Yeah, when you're watching all the finals, like the Stanley Cup, and of course, the Hurricanes won and have restored order. Thank goodness. I couldn't bear it.
Yeah. Watching that because I was watching that game last night. I don't know if you saw any of it. Hurricanes defense is unbelievable. The Vegas Golden Knights went something crazy it was like 22 minutes, 24 minutes. They had like 2 shots on goal.
Jeez.
I mean, nobody was going to defeat the Carolina Hurricanes last night.
They locked in the last 3 games where it was like 2-1 lead for Vegas, but the Canes had just been, I mean, I know the Avs had a dominant run until they just run into a buzzsaw and, get injuries at the worst possible time in the Western Conference Finals. But the Canes were like an unstoppable force this playoffs. It was shocking they were down 2-1, but clearly, like I said, order restored.
Poor Tomas Hertl.
He's fine. Whatever. Come back to San Jose and win it here. Then we can talk. Let's do that. A few other big releases that are coming out this week. I think we talked a little bit about some of them. Dynasty Baseball 2025. Topps Dynasty Baseball. We have 2 2025 baseball releases this week. Dynasty and Inception.
What year are we in?
Out. I know, 2026.
We're halfway through.
Again, they're lucky.
We're
halfway through.
I mean, we're pretty close to 2027.
Jeez, let's not start. Let's not start counting our eggs before they've hatched. But 2025 Topps baseball products that are coming out this week. Dynasty, and again, it's the 25 rookie class is doing fine, especially
we're exact halfway point.
I know you're right. Oh yeah, you're exactly right.
Are we
halfway through the month of June?
Yeah, we are at the halfway. So if you're half glass half full,
right,
half empty,
it is now half empty. We're a little half empty.
Pretty close to 2027.
And we are still saying Ben Rice rookie. Although, the value add of what Ben Rice is doing with the Yankees to 2025 products cannot be ignored. So you have his rookies, you have Nick Kurtz still, James Wood. They're all still performing at a very, very high level. So
Ben Rice
of the New York Yankees.
Ben Rice.
Been great for the Yankees. It's been awesome.
From Instant Rice fame.
Well, not that one. But yes, trust me, people have definitely pointed out, they're like, interesting. Okay.
It is interesting.
I guess that's a thing.
That's a thing.
But yeah, more 2025 rookie products, despite, the fact that, I don't know, the way the 26 rookie class has been, I'm like fully have my attention on the 26 rookie class. It's an awesome class. Jacob Mizorowski doing insane things. I don't know if you saw his game on Friday night, where there were people
you think
being
we get a Bryce Eldridge rookie an update? Or we have to wait for 2027.
We just did in Series 2.
Oh, we did?
So
Okay.
Series 2, Bryce Eldridge is in there. We know Connor Griffin's going to have rookies. So you are going to have like Mizorowski, Bryce Eldridge, Roman Anthony. Did I say Connor Griffin?
You said Connor Griffin.
I already said him. Connor Griffin.
Good. You can say him twice.
Yeah. Munetaka Murakami. Like, it's actually a pretty stacked class of rookies that are coming up for baseball. So, but again, we got 225 products coming out. Crossman Chrome football. And then
I do believe, I don't think there's going to be any more 2025, baseball releases.
I think this is it.
Too.
I think this is it. I mean, you're ending it with a bang with Dynasty.
I feel that Inception, not Bowman Inception, but Topps Inception is always one of the latest releases. And did we get Bowman's Best yet? 2025 Bowman's Best?
I don't know.
Bowman Sterling.
Bowman
Sterling, I think, is actually will be the last 2025.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they do come out with Bowman Sterling.
There's still a couple left on the docket. So those will be both coming out this week. I think Inception's on Friday and Dynasty, of course, on release day on Wednesday. Cactus Jack basketball as well. We're getting more Cactus Jack. Easy for me to say. Basketball. A little higher end set, a little something different. I'm like okay on these cards. I got to be honest with the Cactus Jacks. I've like never been a fully all in on it.
I feel like it really took over as an activation at Fanatics Fest, and then it has never really got that same momentum.
Yeah. You know what it reminds me of? It's them trying to replicate the Ben Baller Chrome stuff. And that worked. And I think it still does. I think maybe, especially with the Travis Scott connection, it's a bigger name than Ben Baller. No offense to Ben Baller, but I think he would admit the same thing. I don't know. It's just one design. The design has never super appealed to me. And it kind of feels like you said, it feels like a product that is like a special release at an event.
I feel like it. I think it kind of started off that way, and I think it really should have kind of stayed that way.
Yeah, I think we're squeezing a little too much juice. I don't know if there's any more juice left in it. And maybe I'm totally wrong, and maybe I've looked at the secondary market.
They kept it that way with the Topps Chrome Big Apple, and they made that a Fanatics Fest activation only release. Should kind of do that with Cactus Jack.
Yeah. Now this is the first version, a licensed version with Cactus Jack basketball. So, and it's still Cooper Flag rookies. It's still Kneppel rookies.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this until the end of time.
I know. It's the first of this.
This is the first of this. This is the first of this. This is the first of this.
We are almost there. We are almost
the second of this. Like the first one was so good, so the second one's gonna be just as good, right?
We are almost out of being able to say that. I can't wait to not say it's the first blank.
But we're gonna go. We'll start doing this. We're gonna base like how good it did the first time around, and we're gonna be like, oh well, it did so good. This is the second time it's come out, but the first time it did so good that the second time is going to do just as well.
Right. Well, Topps Chrome Football was everything 100x'd. So, of course, 2027 Topps Chrome Football is going to 500x, right? Fernando Mania. Everybody loves Fernando Mendoza, right?
Mania. You don't have to come up with a new phrase.
Yeah, we are going to have to come up with a new one. You're right. We can't just reuse Fernando Mania for the late great. But anyway, we'll have all those new releases again, ripping with Emma Roberts, Cody John in New York City. Parade is Thursday, by the way, for the Knicks.
At the Fanatics Live Studio, which will be awesome. So definitely tune into that.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know how Doug and Bubba are getting home.
Getting home, getting there won't be as crazy. I think
maybe they can get on the float.
I told Bubba
with the Larry O'Brien trophy.
Yeah. I told Bubba, I'm like, there is a distinct possibility you will land in New York and the parade will be happening. That will not be happening because it will happen the next day, luckily. But who knows? Maybe stick around for a night and
I don't know how easy it's going to be to get to the airport after they're done.
Sure.
If there is
preparations,
the New York Knicks parade going down.
Sure. Well, if they're leaving the night, look, now we're getting the logistics of when are they coming back? When are they not coming back? I mean,
they are getting there Wednesday.
Yes.
Early afternoon, and they're leaving Thursday night.
Whew. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Well, there surely will be stories, and we'll share them next week on next week's episode.
I don't think it's going to be, we got an Uber and we got right to the airport.
No.
Made it in 2 hours to spare.
No.
I
definitely
don't think
not.
So.
Definitely not. Well, or again, just stay for the parade at that point. Just get in the parade. Make friends with Tim. Look, Adam Sandler was walking the streets of New York after they won. I don't know if you saw that.
So I went to the Giants 2000. I probably have said this on this podcast 4 million times. I went to the 2010 parade for the Giants. And I made a statement that I will never go to a championship parade ever again.
It was a lot.
It just wasn't a lot of fun.
It was a lot.
It wasn't. I just did not. On TV, because I watched it later on TV, it was so much more satisfying.
We got on the Caltrain, first Caltrain of the day. For that parade.
We were probably on that same Caltrain.
Yep. And then I booked it to the front.
We walked with a herd of people. Got to the main area, and there was so many people that the PA system was non-existent.
Yeah. It was crazy.
It
was a day.
I was like, I'm just sitting around can't hear anything.
Yeah.
Can't really see anything. And I was like, I'm never doing this again.
For the third one, and we can end on this because I don't know how much crazier it gets in this story. I don't know if I've shared this story on the podcast, but the third one, this is when I was still working at.
You went to it. You went to another.
I went to all three.
You're like, this is so much fun. We completely had different experiences.
So
I feel like
I will preface with this: I went to two as a fan, and I was also going to school in the city, and so I we got to go. Like they were like, take the day off, go to the parade for 2012. But the third one, I was working at the radio station. I was working at KMBR, the Giants radio station. And we got to be in the parade, which was very cool. And so then we go to City Hall and we're like watching the ceremonies and decide to, okay, it's starting to wrap up. Let's dip out a little early. So I'm walking back to the radio station with a couple coworkers. And we're back on Market as they're sort of starting to sweep up. And I see this mass of people in front of like a Carl's Jr. on Market. And a huge round circle of people, and there's cheering and screaming. And we look in, and there is a full-on boxing match going on. Guys in boxing shorts, boxing gloves, happening on the street.
So it was predetermined that this was going down.
Yeah, these guys came ready. This was not like a fight broke out. It was like we came equipped for a boxing match. It was incredible.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll ever see anything like that
San
again.
Francisco.
It was a time. It was a time. All right. On that note, make sure to check us out on Fanatics Live. Emma and Cody ripping Disney Chrome, Topps Dynasty Baseball, live from New York.
Yeah, if you live in New York and you're contemplating going to the New York Knicks parade, take my word for it. Just watch it on TV.
Just watch on TV.
You're going to have a blast.
Just watch on TV.
Just watch it on TV.
Or bring the boxing gloves.
Or bring the boxing gloves.
You never know. You never know who's also coming quick. Be like, yeah, let's do it.
Bring the boxing gloves. I love it.
Mojobreak.com. You can get all these new releases, breaks for that. On release day, there's a ton of them this week, so check out the website. We'll keep it updated. Also, if you're listening to this, I hope maybe you can catch it. If you're listening to this early enough, big World Cup event happening Tuesday, June 16th. Panini's bringing their big truck here to the shop. So if you're listening to this in the morning on release day, you still have time. But we're also going to have trade night on the 19th. So come out then if you're in the Santa Clara area. A lot of stuff going on at the
Crazy,
shop,
man.
as it always should
I'm gonna
be.
try to catch the game on Tuesday. I'm gonna try to go to the
To a World Cup?
Yeah,
Nice. Because that's the 9 p.m. kick,
9
right?
p.m. I figure, and I don't have tickets, so I'm gonna try to do my thing where I just wait it out.
The right call.
I figure a 9 o'clock start on a Tuesday. I know it's the World Cup, not a great match.
Not the best match.
Got to be able to get a pretty good deal, right?
I totally think you can get a good deal. I have been told otherwise.
What if everybody is thinking the same exact thing I'm thinking, then I won't be getting a good deal.
There is also that. So, because the crowd on Saturday was great. There was a big crowd at Levi's for it.
It was
even with a hot day.
Yeah, very hot.
Yeah.
We've been to Levi where it is on a hot day. It's a tough place to
Stinks.
be.
Yeah.
Not a lot of very comfortable shady areas to hang out.
So again, to your point, maybe a few fans being like, you know what? I'll wait for that 9 p.m. game. It'll be cooler. It'll be perfect. It'll be like 70 degrees.
But if you've been to Great America,
true,
at 9 o'clock at night,
it's a little windy.
It's pretty cold.
It's cold.
So can't win.
Yeah, no, you're not going to win.
You're not
Either
going to
way,
win.
just try to go to the World Cup. It'll be fun. All right, that's going to wrap it up for the hype this week. For Doug, Dan, I'm Cody. See you guys next time.